All right, so today we're going to talk about what's level 2 for the multiplying and dividing chapter. And it is going to be a combination of multiplying and dividing. So you're going to be given 3 rational expressions, and you're going to have one pair that has a multiply symbol between it and one pair that has a divide symbol between it. So you have to locate your division symbol, and then remember that the 1 right in front of that is the one that you're going to keep. And then you're going to change your multiply sign to divide. Backwards, divide sign to multiply. And then you're going to flip the one after it. So keep this one, change your sign, flip this one over. So 3x cubed minus 21x squared becomes my numerator. And 5x squared plus 19x minus 4 becomes my denominator. Okay, so that is your first step. If your division had been here, then we would have kept this one, changed this sign, and flipped this one over, and the third one would be unaffected. If the division sign is second, then the first fraction is totally unchanged, and then you keep, change, flip. So always flipping the one after the division sign, never before it. Okay, so now we need to do all of our factoring. It's going to take longer to do these problems, so there'll only be one of them on the test. So showing off our factoring prowess, we have x squared minus 16. That's our difference of squares. So we would need x and x, and then a plus 4 and a minus 4. Sliding sideways, here's a 1 in front of our x squared. So again, fast factoring, x and x, and then multiplies to 21, adds to 10, would be a 7 and a 3. Positives all around, positive times positive is positive, positive plus positive is positive. Third, there's a lot of x's going here, so I'm going to look for a greatest common factor since it's only 2 numbers long. 3 and 21 can both divide by 3. And there are x squareds in common, so we're going to take out x squareds. So we have x minus 7. Okay, numerators done. Next up, denominators. We come over here and take out 2 and a single x, another greatest common factor problem, leaving 5x subtract 1. A equals 1 again, so we can just do x and x, fast factoring, what multiplies to negative 28 and adds up to be 3. 7 and 4. 1 of each, 1 positive, 1 negative, since it's negative 28. And since the 3 is positive, we want the bigger number positive. And then our last trinomial has a 5 in the front. The 5 is not a greatest common factor, so I cannot divide it out, so I have to do AC method. So 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. The 2 numbers that multiply to negative 20 and add up to 19 are a 20 and a 1 if I make the 1 a negative. So remember, with AC method, you cannot go straight to the parentheses. You have to uncombine the like terms, make yourself have 4 pieces so you can split it down the middle and take out the different GCFs. Here would be 5x, leaving x plus 4. And here would be negative 1, leaving x plus 4. So pull together the 2 GCFs, 5x minus 1 times x plus 4. 1 copy of that, and those are my factors. So I have 6 factors in the numerator and 6 factors in the denominator, and I'm looking for any way to divide factors to make 1. So I'm seeing x minus 4 and an x minus 4 divide to make 1. I'm seeing x plus 4 and x plus 4 divide to make 1. X plus 7 with x plus 7. And these are beside each other, so these do not cancel out. Remember, they cannot cancel out beside each other. The only thing remaining is with the greatest common factor, x's. Since this one is a 3x squared, that's the same as a 3 times an x times an x. And so this x and one of those x's can be simplified away. Those are factors because they are also a multiplication problem, so you can break those apart. 3 and 2 don't simplify anymore, so that would be the end of that. So our answer will be all of the factors that we have left collected together. So we have an x plus 3 times a 3x. I'm going to, oh, I just realized that wasn't on the screen. Let me see if I can make that. There we go. So 3x needs to be written. Usually you put your greatest common factor in the front, so I'm going to put that out front, and then the x minus 7. And then on the denominator we have this 2, this 5x minus 1, and this 5x minus 1. There's two ways you can handle that. You can write the other 5x minus 1, or you were welcome to write it with the exponent. When we had a 2 and we wrote 5x minus 1 and we discovered that there was a second 5x minus 1, we could show that by putting a square on the end of our 5x minus 1. And that is our final answer, this way or this way. So it takes a little more factoring, but the same skills that get you level 1 also will get you level 2. So if you have questions, please ask.